Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Number are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
All at once. Stepping off, rising block, first strike to the floating rib kidney. This is going to give you that effect. So even if the person is taller than you, for the most part, you cut them down to size because they're going to get that. The second strike is to the button. This is also, like I said, once again, to get the attention off of what it is that I'm trying to do. I'm opening up, wrist, shoulder, slide in, elbow, break the balance, knee up and out. Let's count that in numbers one more time.
Hey family, it's King Simon, the founder of Numerovation. Remember, if you want to book a session with me and get a Numerovation consultation, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. And if you want any of my books, go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's King Simon the Numerovator. And your books are available on Amazon. Remember, I'm the El Numero Uno, the Numerovator himself. And if you want to book a session, all you have to do is text me. Make sure you get my books on Amazon. I love you. Peace. Yes, greetings, family. Greetings. Today we have a special guest today. Ankhet Rumi will be in the building. Art and spirituality. We're going to be speaking about it. Don't touch that dial. Make sure you tell a friend, tell your neighbors, tell everybody that King Simon's in the building. Yes. All right. Just want to remind you, of course, on Sunday, March the 5th. We have this beautiful sister that's going to be coming in live and direct. Make sure you support her. And it's going to be the art of using manifestation checks. Yes, of course, people always talk about, altar money, burning ancestral. She has manifestation ancestral checks. Her name is Sister Shaki, and we'll be having her here with us. And the checks look like this. I have a check for myself already. I actually have the Reverend Ike check. So she has different guides and teachers that's on her check with different motivational sayings. Also, make sure you support Lloyd Strayhorn, Baba Lloyd Strayhorn, family member all the time. That is my family. Make sure you support Baba Lloyd Strayhorn by going to Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Show him some love and tell him like King Simon thanks on how we do. And I want to remind everybody, if you are in the area, if you are willing to do so, please go to ForbiddenKnowledgeTV.com and go to the awards and go to the form, job form, or you can go to Linktree/King Simon the Motivator to nominate for your brother. Nominate your brother King Simon for the first annual Forbidden Knowledge Conscious Award. That's Forbidden Knowledge Conscious Award. Hey, nominate your brother King Simon, whatever category you feel that I fill you out or help you out in. Nominate, whether it's authorship, entrepreneurship, whether it's being a podcaster, or influencer, please nominate me for all of you. You can nominate me for all of most if you want. Lifetime achievement, I don't think I'm ready for lifetime achievement, but it is what it is. All right, don't forget Dr. Laila Africa. Of course, check out Learn the Dr. Laila Africa method. Make sure you go to LailaAfrica.com. That's LailaAfrica.com. Learn his method. If you're in Delaware, check out the Drop Squad Kitchen. There it is, the number right there. Make sure you hit him up, and tell him King Simon sent you. And if you're in Nicholas, Brooklyn, make sure you hit up Nicholas. We got 10% off all retail prices, 10% off at Nicholas, Brooklyn, and Nicholas Cultural in Manhattan. If you want to learn iridology, our dear Dr. Shakira Moore is doing iridology. Hit her up at Linktree/Holistica Healing. That's Linktree/Holistica Healing. And if you want that magazine, Infinite Times, big up to my sister, Aisha. And she has her Infinite Times online magazine, and it's right there on the bottom. That's the link on the bottom. Put it that whole link, and you will get it. Big up to my dear modern day sage, past life consultation. Also, she does psychic medium, spiritual work. Hit her up at the number right there. Hit her up at the 1-800 number. And don't forget Baba Ashwa Kwesi. Make sure you call him at the number. Hit him up and tell him King Simon sent you. That's Baba Ashwa Kwesi number. Make sure you hit him up right now. Hit him up right now. Leave a message, and you can be on that trip with him going to Kemet. All right? If you want to get your book off the ground, and your writing off the ground, make sure you contact Susie Script. Hit her up at that number right there below, or hit her up at the email. If you want to get any of my books, please go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. And if you want to take my classes, go to Linktree/Numerator on Udemy, and also my full 8-hour course, raw uncut classes. If you want to book my session, please text me your full name and date of birth, 347-496-1022, 347-496-1022. And remember, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. And like Dr. B. Serious said, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, because no one is perfect in this realm. Woo! How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling today? Happy Savior's Day to all those people that's going to Savior's Day right now. Big up to the Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, for also keeping and upholding the legacy of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and Master Farad Muhammad. Of course, the lessons of the black man as God has been permeated throughout time with those lessons. So I am honored to have been a part of that school. And exactly what it is a school. And once you recognize that it is a school, then you'll understand that schools are to be graduated from, and you're supposed to take it the next level of your life as you continue to do what you got to do in your life. All right. Today, we have a special guest coming up at the 12 o'clock hour. Where are you hailing from, family? I know I got people on Instagram right now. I got people on Facebook. Where's the family hailing from? Of course. Everybody's good, seem to be good. All right, I see. I see some people's up in the building. Let me put y'all up on the screen. Okay, thank you very much. Thank y'all very much for coming in. Of course, thank you very much. Happy Savior's Day to all of you. Thank y'all very much. Thank you very much for coming in. Putting y'all up on the screen right now. And those that are just tuning in and locking in, let me flip the screen so y'all will know this is where we're at. We're on YouTube right now. So if you can't make it, if you can't stay on Instagram, by all means, go to YouTube. If you can't stay on Instagram right now. Big up to the Rochester crew all the time. Go to King Simon Presents on YouTube, Instagram, if you can't make it. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you, because I have a special guest. Like I said, I have this beautiful sister coming up. Woo! And we're going to talk some stuff. talk about art, spirituality, all of that. We're going to talk about that momentarily, and I want to make sure everybody get it. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing this day? I hope your health is well. This is a beautiful day, and I'm really happy. Okay. Yeah, I'm really happy that you people are tuning in. Please share this video because remember the algorithms are very important to build. You know, the algorithms are very important to build. So make sure you share this video to everybody. Share this video, everybody. Be a witness. We got to be a witness to who we are and what we have to do. And I love bringing on quality people that comes to teach and educate all of you on how to be your very best. As long as you're willing to be your very best, that's a powerful thing. That's a powerful outlook for you. That's a power outlook for your family. And if you're willing to, if you're willing to carry yourself at the highest degree of who you are on whatever level, yes, you could have fun. I'm not telling you to be all stiff-necked and acting like a fool. You don't have to do that. There's times when we have fun. There's time to play and time to be serious. So pay attention to who's around you. I taught something. If you haven't gone on my IG, I just taught something on the numerational meaning of optimism. I broke that down very, very good. I believe I broke it down very well for people to understand. So make sure you go to my IG, which is I am King Simon. That is my IG. So make sure y'all go to my IG and watch that whole presentation. And, I don't keep it too long. It's either an hour or probably a little bit of an hour, but I make sure I try to dissect the words that I talk about. As far as with the numbers are concerned, because I stay in my lane. I did go to the dictionary meaning, and it was very important to touch the dictionary meaning, but it's also important to understand the mathematical frequency behind the word numbers, or behind the word optimism or pessimistic. Very powerful thing to understand why it has these numbers connected to it, and what are the positives of using the word and what are the negative of using the word, because every number has its high and its low, its positive and negative, its to do and to not do. And sometimes if you end up doing it, maybe you were supposed to do that. All right. So make sure you go to my IG. If you don't know my IG, let me put it up in the chat right now. I am King Simon. I believe that's what it is. I believe that's what it is. All right. Simon Templar. Simon. All right. So that's my IG right there. That's my IG if you want to go to it right now. Well, it's actually a dot between King and Simon also. I might just say, yeah, it's actually a dot between King and Simon also. So I'll make sure I have that up there. Boom, 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 bap. As we're getting ready for this sister to come on, I don't know. There it is. I am King Simon. That is my IG if you want to go watch all of my breakdowns of different numbers or different numerational things. I'm all about motivating people to be their best. That is my job here on earth. One of my jobs here on earth is to motivate people to be their best. And if you're not hearing me clearly on Instagram or you're not seeing it clearly, go to YouTube at King Simon Presents Only Quality People. That's King Simon Presents Only Quality People on YouTube, or just go to King Simon Presents and you'll find me. And today, like I said, we have this beautiful lady that's coming up. And of course, on Wednesday, March the 5th, we're doing this, 11:11 a.m., March the 5th, Art of Using Manifestation Checks. We're going to have this beautiful sister. Look how beautiful she is. Shiki. Sister Shiki is going to be in the building, so I can't wait to have her. And on March 8th, and it's going to be Women's History Month, but March 8th, I'm also going to bring in Melchizedek. The elder Melchizedek will be in speaking about Sister Clara Muhammad, most of the sisters, the importance of the MGT, GCC. Definitely going to have our brother coming in live and direct. I'm waiting for our sister coming in. It's now 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. Happy Savior's Day. Big up to you, sir. Silos. Big up to you. Always understanding the importance of doing what we got to do to make things happen. And this sister, if you want to contact this sister that we're about to have on, you can hit her up at Ankhet at Ankhet Rumi. That's her name, and her cash app is Empress Cash, Empress Cash, and her email is Ankhet Rumi at gmail.com. That's Ankhet Rumi at gmail.com. You know, I sent, I sent the link. I told her I sent the link. I sent the link. The link. So check. Tell them tell her to check your spam. Got to tell her to check her spam because I sent the link. So I want to make sure she understands. Yes, it's being remodeled, and her website is being remodeled also. But let me send this to her now. Let me put this up in front here. Hold on, family. Let me just run down something real quick and then send this to her real quick, if you don't mind. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient.
It's the Numerovational Session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now.
So if you understand your mathematics as a human being, you could turn up that dial. It's just that most of our people was taught against this due to religious, dogmatic stuff. But in the deeper spiritual aspects of religion, let's say the Gnostic Christians, or the Sufis in Islam, or the Kabbalists in Judaism, if you went there instead of staying on the layman's level, you would learn the numbers system.
So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.
There it is. All right. This is your brother King Simon. Today. She's not new to my channel. Of course, you're watching on Instagram. You're watching on Facebook right now. She's not new to my channel. She's been on before. Very beautiful soul. Very beautiful energy. She's worthy of wifehood, empresshood, and all kinds of hoods. We want to let you know we welcome on the virtual stage of King Simon Presents the one, the only, Ankhet Rumi in the building. How you doing, beautiful? How you doing?
I'm doing well. The applause is so intense. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, who am I calling? I'm calling you, girl. I'm calling you. How you been?
I feel good and I've been well. How are you?
I am wonderful. Back in Georgia right now. I was in Florida for a little bit to elevate my mindset, and that's what I'm doing. About to get something out there, so we're working on it, Is it all right to put up your website, or you want to wait till not to do that? We ain't gonna do
it. Well, yeah, just out of respect for if they go there, they can't really do
it. Okay, so I'll just put up your IG because you do have some great stuff on IG. And your IG is on here. Email for PayPal and email her is right here. Cash app is Empress Cash. Still Empress Cash. Yeah. I like that. Empress Cash. That's what we talk about. Keep it simple. Of course, her IG is Ankhet Rumi, and she's an artist, entrepreneur, and so much more. How's mom doing? How's she doing?
My mother's doing all right. I dreamt about her last night.
Oh, that's interesting. Because yesterday, this morning, I dreamt about being around the people in the Nation of Islam dressed in all white. And then I seen Blue Pill in all white over there right now. So big up to him. He's over there at the Savior's Day. Happy Savior's Day to you. Happy
Happy.
Savior's Day. And I wish I was there, but my grandchild is there. She's like 2 years old, first time ever being there with my son and my former wife. So I'm glad. And today is Erica Badu's birthday. Happy birthday, Erica. I've met her a few times. So I'm honored to know that she is doing what she got to do. But we're here with you today, and it's all about you today, because we're gonna go watch the minister after this. That's what we gonna do.
I love.
So first and foremost, tell our audience about who is Ankhet Rumi and why the name and why you exist and what do you do in this realm that helps bring healing, because you're born on the 29th. And people born on that 29 is a healing number. And sometimes they go through their ups and downs with people and relationships, but it's only because they attract people that need help and healing a lot. And they need to turn that into a business to tell them the truth. I tell them the truth. You need to turn that into a business.
Wow.
So talk about yourself. Tell the people about yourself from a humble and beautiful perspective, please.
Thanks, King Simon. I like the way that you set stages. I like that. I can work in here. I can.
Go ahead.
Why I exist. Wow. Well, my name is Amber Williams.
Yes.
When I joined the Egyptian yoga community in 2017, I found it to be very helpful for me. My hemoglobin wasn't doing that great, and through working with them and through Rumi's poetry, I got my body in a stable place. And two communities were so very kind to me during that time when I really felt like I just wasn't going to make it medically, mentally, physically. I just wasn't going to make it. And these two communities were the Sufis, the Egyptian yogic community. So my name came through these times. Ankhet, I chose. Rumi was given to me by a sheikh. So I wear that name very proudly. Ankhet Rumi, I wear it very proudly. And I think that names are so
yes.
It's such a choice, you know, and I my name Amber, I love it, and I love my mother, but I always felt like I wasn't really connected to it. And you know, it was given to us through a series of events on the island where eventually we got the name.
Right.
I still wear my name very proudly because I love my family, I love my legacy, but I feel like making a choice is so powerful, you know, like making a choice about what you'll be called or accepting to be called something is so powerful. And I accepted both of those names, excuse me, all four of those. Well, I was given two of them and I accepted two. And I feel like there's just so much dignity that comes in choosing your name and accepting a name rather than just being called something, which is still beautiful because it means your parents thought about you. But there's just something so beautiful and metamorphic about receiving a name through your journey. And it's so connected to the things that you've experienced. It's not just given to you. You kind of earned it by your life. So that's just explaining my name. Now my art is my way of channeling my love in a healthy way.
Yes. That's right. That's good. That's very good. That's what you're supposed to do. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's so interesting. You spell your name Amber, Amber. In the older system of numerology, which comes from the darker hue people, Amber adds up to a 14, which is a 5. So you needed to be able to adapt. It's the gift of adaptation. How to adapt and flow, and because it adds up to a 5. That is an artsy number: drawing, art, poetry, all of that. So your name, your real name means what you're doing. You know, you're doing what you do. You know, it's just that your birthday is bringing the healing aspect to it and the need to heal, and that's a beautiful thing. I had to look at it from, and when I look at it from the Pythagorean system, it adds up to a number 21, which deals again with that expression, the need to express yourself.
Yeah.
That's what your name, Amber. So cherish that name. Use it as a business, whatever. Like you say, you honor your mother and father, that your days may be long upon this earth. Very important. That name is definitely belongs to you because you have been doing the gift of expressing yourself through art and whatever ways you can express yourself. And then your healing aspect is that 29 that's reminding you to heal people as well as healing yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Very big theme in my life.
Yes.
I like this, the need to express. I have a great need to express love,
Yeah. Yes.
great need to express love. And my art keeps me safe because
Yes.
there's only great returns in that investment. You know, if when I express myself to people like Harriet Tubman,
Right.
to people like Peter Gordon or Sarah Bartman or Thomas Sankara
Mhm.
or you know the creator of all of this, the,
Mhm.
the creator, the source of all existence, that can only give me back good. I feel like I had to learn to channel my love in a healthy, productive, consoling way, and that's what my art is for me, you know.
And you know what? And what's so interesting is how you're attracted to Rumi, and his who was born September 30th, 1207, and died December 17th, 1273.
Mhm.
And what's so funny, Amber again, that name adds up to a number 21, which is a three, and he is also born under that three energy. And his name, the name Rumi, it adds up, which is so powerful because I see how it connects with you, even in the numbers. I see how. I'm sorry, my numbers start coming out of my head now, which is funny because in the Pythagoras system, that 9 plus 3 plus 4 plus 9 equals 25. And 25 is a 7, which is the supportive number for the 29, which equals 11, which is a 2. It's your supportive number. And it rules 7 is also connected to Cancer.
Mm,
Very interesting to me.
mm.
You see how patterns and how we attract the patterns and cycles and sequences of even people that we deal with. And I want to touch on what was your interest in Rumi? And then we're going to go into your art a little bit more. What was your interest in Rumi and why Rumi of that century of that? Because his real name was Jalal ad-Din Muhammad Rumi. So,
Salam
yeah,
Muhammad.
yes, yes, yeah. So, what was your interest in Rumi and his great words?
Um, it wasn't really there until that same time when I started. My hemoglobin was just unexplainably dropping
Right,
and
right.
passing out a lot in and out of the hospital. And in one of those hospital visits, I was just scrolling down my own Instagram, and I got to like 2013, and there was a quote that said, "Allow yourself to follow the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray." And
Mm,
I posted that in 2013, but I didn't really know who Rumi was. And so now this is 2016. And I was like, well, who would say a thing like that? And so I started researching him, and I came
mm,
across a lot of translators, but a book called The Big Red Book by Coleman Barks, those translations.
mm,
Started to read those poems, and it resonated with me so deeply. And I remember thinking, I just had a beautiful feeling in my chest that I feel like I hadn't felt in so long, but I knew that it existed, you
yeah.
know, like that deep love. And I was getting it back. And I was saying, well, if I can feel like this, then I'll stay. I'll keep living. And I haven't really had that many issues. Like I haven't had one issue with my hemoglobin since then, you know, praise.
Mm.
But I really feel like sometimes making we can like make unconscious decisions to not live anymore, and it'll
Yeah,
show
yeah.
different. For me, it was my hemoglobin, but Rumi's work was so loving and connected to my heart so deeply that I was like, you know what, I'll stay.
And I totally get that because I went through that at certain intervals of my life. At 8 years old was my first, because you and I come from Jamaica, and sometimes the classism Jamaica, especially when it comes with color, you're too dark, you're too this, you're too light, you're too red, you're too brown, you're too, I went through all of that, and some of Rumi's word has helped me also through my as I'm looking, and one of the sayings I want to throw out there to you, and I want to what's your reaction? What is your reaction after you hear what one of his sayings? This is a saying that I want. I'm going to throw a few of them out, but if this one, I want to start off with this and where you feel, because you're born under water energy. Your number is a master number, and y'all feel deeply in order for you to make things happen. So one of the sayings he said was, do not feel lonely. The entire universe is inside of you. When you hear that, what would you say to that saying by Rumi?
When I hear that, I think about God. I'm not sure if he said the universe in the original translation. Some of these translations get tricky,
Right.
but
Right.
I of it is that whatever created our existence, it's in us too. It's inside of us as well. That's what I'm reminded of when I hear that.
Now, from an artist perspective, how would you draw that? Because I'm saying that because it's, you see what it says. It says, "Do not feel lonely. The entire universe is inside of you." From that interpretation, because you said, they might have translated it a little wrong or differently. How would you draw that and put that on canvas? Just describe it, because I know you can.
I recently painted a picture of Sade's cover, Love Deluxe.
I love Sade. That's my girl. She born January 16th. Stop playing.
I love her.
Me too. You remind me of her a little. So.
That's
my girl.
a good role model.
Yeah, she is.
For women who are like more quiet or more but you're still a woman.
Exactly.
You're still beautiful. And I feel like she's just like such a prototype of that truth, that reality. And I painted that picture of her holding herself.
Yes.
You remember that cover? She looks so.
Of course. Oh. I know I have the vinyl. I still have the vinyl. You play with me.
Right. So that painting was healing for me too, because I know I could almost imagine what she was feeling. And to me, it felt like love was inside of her and she was holding on to her own self just to like feel that. So I think that would be like one example of that.
I'm looking for it on your Instagram. I don't see it. I wanted to show. Oh, I see the actual picture itself, like where you got. Is that your picture that's on the Instagram? The black and white. Is that yours?
No, I did all day.
Okay, so I'm gonna just show it so people know what we're talking about. But I know this is not particularly your art, but I want to show which one she is talking about, because it is a powerful picture. And I remember her album. I love Sade. I listened to her. It's one of my best lovemaking songs too. So is that the picture you're talking about?
That's it.
Yeah, and now that's somebody else. That's not yours in particular, but
no, I painted that.
Oh, that's the one you painted. That's the one. Oh, so that's the one. Yes, this is the one. So this is the painted. So this is on her Instagram, family. This is a beautiful picture. Let me push up into the front a little bit. Those who want to go to her Instagram, like I said, family, this is her Instagram. We're going to show it to y'all right there. It's on there. You can go and see some beautiful, beautiful paint. You can also purchase a lot of these beautiful purchases. I purchased one of them myself. So matter of fact, I think I'm up to 2, but I definitely purchased one of them. But I just wanted to show your talent. And again, going back to Rumi, because he has some very interesting quote that might be, because of translation, it might have become something else. I want to throw out another one out there to you. And I want you to tell me what you feel from it, because I used to do this with my son when he was a child, because he's born under that number 7, that water energy, and you're born under that number 29, which is definitely a master number 11. And we used to play card games, and I used to pick a card and tell me what color is this card, and he would guess it at least 5 out of 6 times when he was young. I told him, don't think, just feel what I'm saying.
Wow.
So this is what I'm going to do with you, because I know you got the power. You got the power. All I do is encourage your power. That's what any relationship I encourage the power. I encourage your power. I'm encouraging your power, my sister. And this is the next quote that I heard. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along.
that makes me think of my friends, my real friends. The one,
Explain,
yeah,
please.
yeah, because some people you meet and you have to. It's just different. Some people you meet and you don't really have to do a thing. It's almost like it was done for you.
Exactly.
People start becoming religious and they think like, oh well, maybe God is real, like that. Like when you meet people like that who encourage your faith, because the way they love you is so healing and safe and
Mhm.
um, non-performative. It's just love, and I have friends like that,
Yes, yes, yes.
and I'm like, maybe God has a time for us all, and it's not necessarily that you have to go, because you don't really have to try to make friends. You do have to try to be a decent person, be a good.
Yes.
Your friends are like your soulmates almost, like in your soul.
Mm.
And
Mm.
so many times, like, oh, you don't like and it does feel like a part of you is in them and a part of them is in you. And it's very interesting. It's a beautiful thing. Or even like when I met Rumi's work,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
was I was like, oh no, I know this person. Like this is not new. This is not new. We have been together, for a long time.
It's like Sade's song. This ain't no ordinary love, girl. Sometimes you got to go back. It's something is taking you back because it ain't ordinary.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think of. I think of my friends.
No, that's powerful. I mean, let me give that a round of applause. And I'm asking you these questions because I know it helps to pull things out, and I'm
I
into it.
I like this.
No, this is different. We ain't do it last time. We ain't do it like that, but this is different.
I love
Because I'm feeling the energy, and I'm feeling like and family, those who just tuning in, please share, like, and build the algorithm, because remember, sharing is caring. And remember, King Simon only brings quality people. That's why it's called King Simon Presents Only Quality People. And I believe this sister has been on my show before, but she is a quality person. Every time I've ran into it, she's always been warm. It's like somebody like I've known for years, and she's always warm with me, and that I can respect that, and I can gravitate to that. Just to be around her is very healing, and many friends I have like that, but she has her own representation of healing to me. You know what I'm saying? So Ankhet Rumi is here. She's a great artist. She's our guest. She's an artist, entrepreneur, and so much more. And of course, you can hit her up at IG at Ankhet Rumi. And of course, spread love to her via Cash App. That's $Empress Cash. And of course, her email if you want to get any questions or do any artful spiritual consultation with her. Hit her up at Ankhet Rumi at gmail.com. That's Ankhet Rumi at gmail.com. Another question I want to throw at you from another quote I want to throw at you from our dear brother and writer extraordinaire, born on September 30th, because that is a writer's number, without a doubt. He's supposed to write, and because the zero is behind it in numerology, zero adds infinite high level potential to anything it follows. So if you're born on the 10th, the 20th, or the 30th, anytime that come up, I see potential. So his writing and his quotes are very interesting to me. Here's one quote that says, "Why do you stay in prison when the doors is wide open?"
Oh, come on.
Come on, talk to me. Talk to me.
I believe in this same poem. He follows this by saying, "It's so peculiar to watch someone in a cage when they have a key in their hands."
Mm.
This,
Mm. Mm.
you know, I,
Powerful.
I feel like the wide open door for me is true,
Mm.
but so is the prison. They're both very. Only one is real, la ilaha illallah, but one.
Mhm.
um,
Yeah. La ilaha illallah wahdahu sharika lahu. It's clear.
yeah.
It's clear. And I'm part of the Sufi order also. When I was young, I'm still a card carrying member of the Sufi order. The Sons of the Green Light back in the day in 1985. I've been part of that. I still practice. I'm looking for some more books. We used to do the dance of the dervish, the circular dance. Used to do the dance of the dervish. I had a full white jalab, So I've been in this since I was young, you know. So I got into that form of teachings from when I was young. And big up to the Ansarullah community because we are all Ansar, the aiders of the Creator. And what I I see in that particular saying, why do you stay in prison when the doors is wide open, is a confined body that needs to learn how to expand through their mind and their heart. That's what I see in that quote. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's, go ahead.
Also, I think also the wide open door is like these things that we're given at birth that will help us through the world, like prayer.
Yes.
I think prayer is top tier. So like prayer is the wide open door, and sometimes like whatever our experience is can make us forgetful. And then like, oh yeah, God is real. I could pray. God hears me right now. Like God's inside me. Like, so I think this Rumi's work is like that. You can read so many things, and one thing reminds you of another. But yeah, I think prison is just forgetting God, and the wide open door is remembering. Honestly,
That's a good concept. And you know, I was on my live earlier today before I shouted you out and say you was going to be on, but I spoke on the numerovational meaning of optimism and why it's important. Why is the word optimism part of the 6 and 9 and 6 9 6 9 dynamics, 6 9 6 dynamics, especially people that have ever read anything about Nikolai Tesla always know that the 3 6 9 are those power numbers that he spoke about. And the 6 represents balance, healing, truth, justice, reciprocity, and forgiveness. And 9 represents higher level of understanding, higher complete international universal laws of love and humanitarian. So in order for you to be optimistic, you have to have those qualities: the balance, healing, and the higher level of humanitarian, because it's about being helping yourself, but also shining your light enough to become human, to be human, shining your light to other humans, to say per se. That's why I try to make I don't try, I strive to maintain or thrive to maintain an optimistic outlook about anything, not a pessimistic outlook. Very optimistic, and that's important. And this is also something that's speaking to me from that quote itself. Why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open?
yeah.
You know, powerful, you know. But another one I'm about to throw at you. We go through.
Go on.
I give you a virtual embrace. Haven't seen you in a while. So everything that is made beautiful and fair and lovely is made for the eyes of one who sees. What a quote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at you.
It is.
Look at you going into the realms there. I can see you going into the realms. I love it.
Listen, there's these like reddish brown towels that I'm looking at I'm in my sister's home,
Yes.
and they remind me of the clay in Jamaica, and which of course reminds me of my mother and my grandmother and my great grandmother who I never got to meet, but I hear about her a lot.
Right, right.
I hear about like the things that she would cry about or see, or her prayers, her desires. And I was thinking, man, I wish my great grandmother could see this. And I was thinking, well, my sister and I have her eyes.
Yeah.
This red clay, we're all built out of this clay in Jamaica. Our bodies are like from that.
Yes.
So in a way, she can see. My great grandmother can see in a way because her genetic material is passed down to my grandmother, to my mother, to my sister, to me, and I can see. So in a way, she can see, and I feel like that about God too. Like we're here to. Sometimes I think the world is so complex, but sometimes I think we're just here to marvel at God's creation, how beautiful a waterfall is, and how beautiful a opening flower that closes at night, like that intelligence, that these so-called inanimate objects. Sometimes I feel like we're given eyes just so God can see. Like just
Right, right.
you know. And I I don't know if that's the full truth, but
Right.
often I feel like that. Sometimes I feel like we make the world more complex with politics and military and things.
Mm-hmm.
We're just here to look at, you know how they say, like there would be signs on the horizon, like a sunset and a sunrise.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, what for? You know, like to I think sometimes God likes to marvel through us sometimes.
Of course. Of course. And that makes a lot of sense because, this quote here is such a beautiful quote. And for one who sees, because sometimes some of us don't see
Oh wow.
the beauty. Some of us don't see the beauty.
Uh,
Some of us would rather look at the worst of a person instead of seeing the beauty of a person.
oh.
I mean, that's how this quote is so good. Everything that is made beautiful and fair and lovely is made for the eye of one who sees. Now, what he means, the eye, he ain't say eyes. He said the eye, which we know we're dealing with in Sufi, we know we're dealing with the third eye or the first eye. That's now. So when I see the quote, and this is the first time I'm seeing these quotes, to tell you the truth. I'm going online and just doing research.
Oh.
But I've heard of him from back in my day because I used to recite the Quran in that community, and we used to play Abdul Basit, the Quran reciter, one of the resuscitation of the Quran, and we used to play a lot of Sudanese reciters of the Quran back in the day in the Ansar under Dr. York, who was then Imam Isa. But he taught us very well as far as the language is concerned. He had children, and the Arabic language, the Arabiya Fusha, can be such a beautiful language when chant properly in the Arabiya Fusha way, not the dialects. And it's a heart opener. That's why it begins with, although Fatiha is not the first one that was revealed to the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is an opener for us to open up, to prepare us for the rest of what you need to receive in that Quran, So, it's a beautiful thing. So the eye, for those who see, a lot of people are not seeing.
Wow. The eyes of the one who sees is God,
Exactly.
I was thinking, I'm like,
yes,
much as people, but God sees. So, but I like this. No, actually, it's kind of a reminiscent when Isa, our prophet, Jesus, let them with ears hear. So yeah, I think that's beautiful and applicable to put it back on myself.
Yes, because I've heard Professor James Smalls. He said we are all gods having a human experience. We are all part of that energy. We are part of it. We all are part of it, and we can't deny that because Allah did make man and woman to have dominion, to name this and name that according to the Quran and the Injil and the rest of the scriptures, the Torah and all that. So, we and the angels had to bow and down to us. You know what I'm saying? But in humility, we had to be humble in them bowing and receiving us as that clay or that mud shaped and formed. You know the story. But the next quote I'm going to send out to you. This is an interesting quote. Again, we got a little time. We're not going to stay here too long, family. So please share, like. I'm having a spiritual union with this beautiful sister here, Ankhet Rumi. And before I share that quote, let me go to her. How you can connect with her. Of course, her Cashapp, spread love via that. And of course, hit her up on her email for any spiritual guidance and consultation. I don't know if you're teaching painting classes yet. Are you doing that yet?
Not right now.
Yes.
And as far as the consultation is just for art.
Yes.
Like personal things.
But sometimes I'm leading you to somewhere where you need to go. I'm just showing you. I feel that energy because you speak from your heart, and you have a tendency. You know how to connect the heart and the mind to make it one. And I see that in you when I talk to you. So That's why I'm leading you somewhere. Although you pushing it away, it's all right. I'm leading you somewhere to show you that you have multiple powers on other levels that I see. And one time I was talking to my former wife, who's Sunni Muslim, and I started crying because she doesn't see her power the way I see her power.
Mm.
And sometimes religion can hold you back. The religious organization can hold you back from your power and your gifts.
Mm.
It's so important that you tap into your gift and use the religious values and principles as a base, but still shine your light that the creator has given to you, and don't leave this planet without sharing your multiple gifts.
Mm.
Leave your planet without sharing the multiple gifts. And you have multiple, especially as a master number, that 29, which is 11. It's a spiritual teacher of mastery on multiple levels, not one level. Everything is, we all know there's 7 heavens and 7 hells. There's multiple levels of this.
I feel like God gave me so much. I
Yes.
really, like, anything in the arts, like writing, like I can do it. And I learned to settle inside of poetry. It's the thing that has never, like, what is this word? I can't, it saves lives. You know. And so that's where I feel like I can give the most. I feel like if I tried to do everything that God put inside of me, oh my goodness, I'm just not, we have these amazing people like Thomas Sankara who can lead a country, national anthem, go against the French, make women's rights a leading issue in his country and in the world. Like, I honor those people, but I'm not quite there yet.
And sometimes it's just a matter of time management. How to manage that time. But I'm going to give you another quote. I found another quote that this pertains to what we just said. It says, "Set your life on fire, seek those who fan your flames." And that's what I'm basically talking about. Set your life on fire, but seek those who fan your flames. See, that's why Les Brown used to say, sometimes you have to believe in the people that believe in you until your belief kicks in.
Wow. Those are those friends I was telling you about.
Those are the friends that you talking about to this day.
Even today, I heard my friend's voice. She's not here with me right now, but I could hear her in my ear, like hyping me up. Like, I was like, "Well, I love her," because sometimes your friends see, like Les Brown said, they see the beauty in you, and a friend is gonna put your beauty closer to you so that you can try to get closer to it. And yeah, I agree with this. Seek those who fan your flames. And sometimes they're even the ones that set in the fire, like. But yeah, I love this one. I have one for you too.
Oh, please, let's do it.
So this is about the non-existence. This is kind of like what we were talking about with the prison and the doors.
Yes.
This world of non-existence appears as existent things, and that world of existence is exceedingly hidden. So dust is upon the wind playing deceptive. It sets up a veil. That which is doing the work has no work, is only skin. But that which is hidden is the kernel and origin. We in our existences are non-existences. Though our absolute existence showing itself as perishable things. We are all lions, but lions on a banner. We keep on leaping because of the wind. The worldly man imagines that a non-existent thing possesses splendor. Oh, friend, why would a wise man devote his life to the work of non-existence? Because of the darkness in your eyes, you imagine that a nothing is a something. Your eyes can be made healthy and illumined with the dust of the king's doorstep. And of course, this is a reference to God, this king's doorstep. But I wanted to share that with you because, the topic that we were saying, art and spirituality.
Yes.
It's like What are we really doing? When I paint Thomas Sankara's picture and his story, like what's really happening? I think it's a reminder of God. I think, for me especially, it's important to have those. But like that passage is saying, it's not really about Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really about me, Amber, Ankhet, or King Simon, or the revolutions that I love to study, or flower that I love to marvel. It's not really about any of that. All of this is God making itself seen. So really, I feel like, well, what's happening in a way, this is an act of worship for me, not to Thomas,
Right.
not to Burkina Faso, but to the creator that made a person like him possible,
Right. And this is him right here in the photo that I got.
That's Mr. Sankara.
Yes, that's Mr. Sankara. When is his birthday? You remember?
Sankara's birthday is December 21st.
Another number 3. Look at that. Another number 3 connection here. That name Amber adds up to 21, which is a 3 in the Pythagorean system. I'm just showing you how you just attracting some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But I wouldn't deny that at all. In any way that you could connect me to his life, I would be like, yeah, mashallah.
Yes, and family, she got some great work on her Instagram, and her right now her website is under construction, but you can see her doing her work right there, showing her beauty in through her expression, through her hands and her thoughts, everything coming together, and the sight. And that is beautiful to see all of it work together. And she's when you see beautiful spirits like her and others do this type of work, it's all about supporting the work. And if you want to support, she got some great stuff. And if you want to support, I'm gonna put her link up in there, and tell us, what made you get into art so well to the point that now you are selling your art. Sometimes you see her art at the new Black Wall Street place over there, New Black Wall Street Mall Market. Also, she'd be sometimes at Tassili's events and different other events, on Malcolm X festivals and different festivals. What made Ankhet get into art from the way you do it, from your style and your way and perspective?
Like I said, man, I really need to channel my love responsibly.
Right.
And this is the most responsible way I can think
That's
of.
true.
Like,
That's true.
about people like Harriet Tubman, or
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's all about glorifying the creator. But through these lives of these saints in my eyes,
Right.
people like Harriet. I feel like Dr. Sebi. I feel like if I put all my talents there. Remember, I was saying, like, I feel like God gave me a lot of gifts. Like, I can research something. I'll find out. Like, I'm gonna figure it. I can paint. I love to speak about things that are deep in my heart. So, like, what to do with all this? I'm going to find these people who I feel like have already invested so much love into me. They didn't even know me. Harriet Tubman doesn't know me, but the work that she did is still affecting my life. Dr. King didn't know me. Malcolm X didn't know me. Mother Tainetta did not know me. The Queen Nanny of the Maroons did not know me, but the love in their heart for us as a collective still impacts me today. You okay, DJ?
Hey.
It still impacts me today. So it's like, why wouldn't I put the gifts that God gave me? Why would I not put them in a place like that? Researching them, painting them, telling their stories. It's such a joy for me. And even if it's not connected to a saint per se, like the picture that you showed me painting, just the love of seeing something beautiful from a gift that God gave is just such a wonderful experience for me. But I'll tell you what, I started painting structurally in 2019. 2019, I started to think of myself as an artist, not just someone who likes to paint or like paints every now and then, but an artist and a researcher and a lover of history. And I'm like settled into those explanations of who I am.
Uh-huh.
Start sell my work and present it structurally.
You know, what's so interesting about 2019, it adds up to a 12, which is a 3 again. I can't make this stuff up. I really can't. I'm good at this. So when my mind starts going like, oh goodness, she don't even realize that that 3 keeps on following that expression, that need to express and expand through any form of art, writing, talking, speaking. And she speaks very well. And when she speaks, it's like a bird whispering into the air. From my perspective, that's how I feel. If I only hear people like you and Shek Aki that has that, and Queen of Fools at certain aspects when she's doing before she brings that Leo energy out. But because she could bring that Leo with her, and people like Vanderpool and Erica Badu. I was watching her on the Breakfast Club, and she was just today is her birthday. Matter of fact, she was just speaking very pointed and direct and showing how the healing works, and she's doing her thing. And when I've looked into Erica's eyes, damn right, you see the universe for real. When I look in your eyes, I see the universe. So it's once you understand, and usually when people born under master numbers go through a lot of issues with relationship. I remember you asked me a question about relationship one time. We was at a festival and I started laughing. I said, well, that's the number. I know, and the number's vibration is because you attract people that need help and healing, and if they're not ready for what vibration you have to offer, because when you're in it, you're in it. You're in love when you're loved. That internal. They got to be ready for that. That's a lot of power, a lot of responsibility coming with that.
But you see, this is why
your art is important.
Yes.
Let's get that a round of applause. I know that's why your art is important. I already know. You got to channel it.
You got to put it somewhere. Why not there?
Michael Jackson born on the 29th. He had to channel it. Chadwick Boseman born on the 29th. Oprah Winfrey born on the 29th. They have to channel it in order for them to master and bring the mastery of it to the world without being distracted, because the negative of the 29 can be a distraction, deception, treachery to yourself, and you could become an energy vampire or attract energy vampires. That's how powerful it can be.
Wow, I definitely don't want to become one. Oh my God.
Exactly. You could be, because there's duality in life. And if something brings you down and then you start telling the downness to everybody else, then you're going to bring other people down. Duh. So stay focused.
I was thinking to myself yesterday, what are the benefits of class consciousness? Because sometimes I feel like if I say what I'm thinking right now, I'm going to blow everybody's mood. So I would just be quiet. And then later tonight, I'm going to really sit and think about what are the benefits of being class conscious. Because just be like a bother to everybody you're around, when you spot something. Right. So even with that thought, I still feel like my work with these saints is my permission to be completely class conscious and artsy and love flowers, and it's my place that I created, like my own little place where I can just be that. Because you think about people like Harriet Tubman, Jesus, all of the prophets, peace be upon them all, these are very class conscious people, but I'm glad that they didn't tuck it away somewhere. They did something very beautiful with it.
They did something with it. And sometimes, you can't say to everybody, everybody's not ready. That's why a lot of the esoteric wisdom was hidden from the masses, because not everybody's ready for the higher consciousness of things.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready. So that's cool. And I feel like we do have to respect people's,
respect people's goals. Well, one more thing I'm going to throw at you from our dear Rumi. Well, not throw at you, share with you. It's one of, I don't want to throw nothing at you. That's disrespectful. But I want to share it with you. And
I like that. I like the way that sounds better too.
Yeah, it's called share because it's all about sharing. That's why I don't in my classes I don't call anybody my students. I call them participant because they're participating and sharing wisdom with me because they might have a section of numbers that I have not seen, and I have a section of numbers that might not. So I call them participants and not my students because
Yeah.
we're participating in sharing information to learn from each other when it comes down to it. But here's one of the quotes: "I know you're tired, but come. This is the way." I know
Well,
you're tired, but come. This is the way. What do you see? What do you feel from
um, I've seen this quote, so many times, not particularly worded this way. I feel like the comma kind of changes the context, but I go with like what I've thought in the past when I've seen it so many times.
that?
I feel like life will test you, life will push you, and tire you out sometimes. Uh, but what other way you're gonna go other than with God, And I feel like sometimes it's easier to just like sit and stay in the tiredness,
Yeah.
but you're too susceptible to other things when you stay there. Even yourself, this is what we were discussing with this number 29. You could even be like, oh God, don't leave me with myself. So, I know you're tired, but come this way. To me, it's like, I think this is what our, like, if you don't want to call them messengers or saints, we can actually call them prophets, or like the Messiah, Jesus. I think this is something it's not a new concept, but there's always a place that you can go when you feel tired. All of you heavy laden, burdensome, come to me and I will give you rest. Rest is such a key part of our lives here. I remember this other quote from Rumi, and he's saying, look how the ocean carries every wave till it gets to the shore. You need more help than and so like this tiredness, it's like being tired and coming this way to me is remembering God, like just remembering that, like from this passage that we read earlier today, like we're just skins, or
Yeah.
we're the lion on the banner,
Mhm.
and the only way the lion moves is if the wind goes through the banner. I feel like it comes back to like, are you doing anything, or is this just like an act of worship where God gets to do things?
That's right. That's right. That's right. No, that was very powerful. Let me give that a round of applause. And people, I want y'all to, family, I want y'all to share this message because it's a very important message. That many, and this quote here, I know you're tired, but come this way. Come, this is the way. Come, this is the way. Sometimes we get weary. They say there's no rest for the weary, but in actuality, there's no rest for the wicked, the weary, and the righteous.
Wow, wow.
There's no rest for all three of them. Is which one you want to be a part of? Which one you want to put because sometimes I get worried, I get tired. We do get tired.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tired, and sometimes I'd rather stay in the astral realm than come to this realm, but I know I have a mission.
Yeah, come back.
Yeah, come back. Yo, my ancestors have pulled me back because of that too. They knew they say, no, you got your mission ain't over yet. What are you doing? I wasn't ready to go. I was ready to leave. I've said this on my fire. I would have been in this realm dead in my sleep. I was ready to go. But they said they pulled me back when they realized that I didn't want to come back. They was taking me somewhere. They pulled me back into my bed and I just started crying, letting it out. Like, why y'all gonna bring me back to this mad place?
Mm.
And that was before I wrote my books. That happened before I wrote my books. And now, thus, I have 4 books and I have 6 more to write. And that's it. I'm done. I told them, I said, look, I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to do my mission, like y'all said I got. But I'm out of here after this.
Mm.
In my dream, I will definitely fly, travel through my sleep and go. That's how I see myself already go, because they already showed me. So when you're tired and you got to come this way, what way are you going? What's the way that you're going? And everybody has a chance and has an opportunity to set the way that they're going, especially by the talents and the gifts and the skills that we have. We got it. We just got to learn to pull it out of us and learn not to leave our unique gifts inside of us. It has to be shared with the world. It's a unique gift.
When you were speaking just now, I was hearing
Yeah.
Bob Marley's and the Wailers, the Rastaman chant, like one bright morning, I
Yeah.
was over,
Yeah.
fly away home. And
Yeah.
I do, if your work's not done, you're not going yet.
No, you're not going.
So, like what you said though, everybody's tired. Pick what kind of tired you want to be.
Yeah.
It's tired. It's like it's not really bad if it's justified. I'm sure Thomas Sankara was tired.
Of
I'm
course.
was tired. I'm sure even our saints and our prophets got tired. When you read their stories, Job, and
Yeah.
he was a soldier. God bless him. Even some of the mothers, Miriam, like tiredness is just a part of our experience, but it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
But you do got to go away. You got to go someplace.
Yes.
So I love that quote. I know you're tired, but come. And another of his poems, he says that his work would be like a refuge for tired souls, for weary. It's like Sade's Lover's Rock. Lover's Rock. There's
Yeah.
just many things that we can lean on in this world when life starts to stretch us like that. And isn't that beautiful? Like that's such
Yeah, no, it is a beautiful thing. And family, I want to share some of Rumi's information. You could go to this blog that I have. I'll put it in the chat. Very good information. And I did a little research, but I know I've heard of him from. I mean, I got Khalil Gibran's book here, of course, The Prophet. I grew up with that. We all grew up with a lot of different things. But I'm definitely going to get do you recommend a particular book to get by Rumi? Can you show that book that you had, or do you have a particular one you would suggest people to get?
If a person was interested in this person, William Chittick, he's an academic scholar. So if you were interested in learning Rumi's work from a very scholarly perspective, I would suggest this piece called The Sufi Path of Love. However,
The Sufi Path of Love by who?
William C. Chittick.
Okay, there. Sufi Path of Love. Y'all can check that out, The Sufi Path of Love.
But that was the book that I have with me. That's not the book that I recommend that the first time reader gets.
Okay, like you're already engulfed in the studies, of course.
A book called The Big Red Book. This is the book that I used to fall in love again, to be like, to have an active feeling of love in my chest, to keep me alive. It's called The Big Red Book. It helped me to rethink friendship. What is friendship? How do we choose our friends?
Mm-hmm.
It helped me to find a place where I could identify with my whole heart. I always feel like pieces of me it's just a safe space. It really is. The Big Red Book by Coleman Barks. The translations are by Barks.
Okay, The Big Red Book, and the next one is The Sufi Path of Love.
Now, there's one more. This person's name is Omid Safi. He's one of my favorite, and one of my, I would say I think he's one of my favorite teachers when it comes to work. The Radical Love is a book of his translations.
And what's it called? What is it called?
Radical Love.
Radical Love.
By Omid Safi. So those are my three.
Two. Well, I am honored, and that's Radical Love, man. Now, I'm definitely going to look this up myself, because I am a reader. I do love to read books, not just listen to the voices, but I love to read books. I love to read. I used to love to read to my children. I would read to my mate when I do have one. I love to read. And reading is, I think reading is fun to the mental. I just bought this book by Dr. Daniel G. Amen. This one is called Change Your Brain, Change Your Life. This man, Dr. Amen, just did a whole scan of Dr. Billy Carson's brain. He does the healing brain work. It's not just mental health, it's how to heal these different apparatuses of your brain to get better results for who you are, But I know he's setting up an office in Florida. So definitely going to be going to his office. I think it's in Fort Lauderdale. So, and I'm looking for a place in Fort Lauderdale myself. So, just a nice place to go to when it gets cold in certain places like Georgia and New York. When I'm out in these places, I like the warmth. We need this heat. Jamaica, that's what I miss about there. And Florida reminds me of certain parts of Jamaica. When you go into the affluent parts of Jamaica, you see the whole look, the palm trees, and look, the whole thing, in Florida. And a lot of the reggae artists lives in Florida. Freddie McGregor, Sanchez, the Marley brothers, the Marley family, they all live in Florida. A lot of them out there. Oh yeah, they people see Marleys running on the beach sometimes in not Fort Lauderdale, in Miami. So you'll see run into a Rohan and or Kamani Marley, but them just are regular people. Them just I run and do them thing and just make them moves and go where them have to go and just them running with people though. They running with the peeps because a shatter. You have your shatters around you in case of emergency. So me understand.
Freddie McGregor and Sanchez.
Yeah.
They need to do a concert. They need to get together.
Well, Freddie just had a stroke. A lot of people don't know. Freddie had a stroke. And he's getting better. He's born on the 30th also. He's a Cancer also. I think he's born July 30th. But he's a Cancer also. But, when you're in that life and you're traveling and so much and you're not probably certain, stress. Bob Marley got stress. Everybody got stress. Gregory Isaac got stress. I've worked with Gregory, Freddie, Dennis, all the elders from those days. Never Bob Marley because he died. He transitioned in 81.
Whose voice from the three do you think is the sweetest?
Sugar Minot.
Oh, he's not even.
And he passed on.
Okay.
Sugar Minot. Gregory, Sugar, but Sugar had that tone. And even out of the Wailers, they say Bunny Wailer was the best singer. Of Bob Marley. Listen to Bunny Wailer and his harmonious.
I can't. I'm biased towards Bob.
Of course, most sisters are biased towards. But if you listen to the harmonic voice of Bunny Wailer, that man, and everybody loved Dennis Brown.
Oh, come on.
Everybody. And I'm born the same day as Dennis. And I love Dennis. Dennis is my man. Don't get it. But when people didn't show up, they called Sugar Minot and they called him Mr. Fix-It. Because he will fix the show because person didn't show up. If Gregory didn't show up or Dennis didn't show up, Mr. Fix-It is in the building and he will tear that place up. Because he had that voice like Nat King Cole. He had the smooth Jamaican carry. That's how he was. But Dennis Brown, even Bob Marley said Dennis Brown was his favorite artist.
Wow.
People keep on forget, who Dennis Brown really is.
Barris, though. I feel like Barris is like.
But coming into the era of 90s, 80s, yeah, but those guys was, but even Barris, Dennis, everybody looked at that because he was like that Michael Jackson of that time, when he got his first stardom in 6 years old, about 6 and 8 years old. So that was his thing, he sang that A Man is an Island, No Man is an Island. His first album was around between 8 and 10 years of age. So that Dennis was that Michael Jackson of Jamaica back in the day.
That island gave so many sweet voices to the world. It's amazing. Like if I just go on my path, I will have content for the rest of my life because like searching them and the sweetness that came out of that island.
Yes.
I'm good.
And I'm waiting for your book to come out soon and your stuff.
Yeah. You know what? I'm sitting right here with the manuscript, and it's I don't want to say when, but I know that it's coming along very naturally, and feels good.
Yes, I'm so proud of your journey. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of what you could give that around. I want to give you a round of applause for coming on and being a part of this journey Family, if you got to get in contact with this beautiful sister, this is the contacts and the Cash App and the PayPal and the email and the IG. And remember, for support, we know on a red flag up in our people. We want everybody to support the girl right now because my sister ready. She ready. Like Sister Carol said. Ready, me ready, me ready, me ready, me ready, me ready, me ready. Go there, Natty, ready, me say, go there, Natty, bingy. Big up to Sister Carol, old friend of mine. She brought me on stage in front of the 12 tribes back in '89. Sister Carol, when my song first came out, Black and White Story, teaching history through reggae, she brought me in front of the 12 tribe of Israel dance in Brooklyn, New York at Tilden Ballroom. Never forgot that.
Tilden, what borough is that?
It's in Brooklyn. Tilden Ballroom, Brooklyn. Flatbush.
Beautiful life experiences.
Oh, yeah. It's all in my book. No promotion is bad promotion. Sister Carol's in there. Everybody's in there. Mikey Jarrett, everybody. All my friends from back in those days are in the book. But I'm proud of you. We're going to get ready to go watch our minister. Talk is talk and teach is teach and have a good time. Thank you very much, beautiful, for coming on and sharing your wisdom and sharing your spirit. And hope to link up. I'm out here. I'm back out here, Tom. We got to link up someday. Sit down and walk Stone Mountain trails or something, and talk in nature. We need to talk.
All right.
Well,
again, for this, I'm going to go tend to my nephew. I can just feel his energy.
Yeah, he's there. Where are you now?
I'm visiting my sister in Mexico.
Oh, Mexico, ¿cómo está usted? Okay. Okay. All right. How's it over there?
It's very quiet. I love it.
Me too.
I love it.
Okay. You thinking about relocating or you?
Not necessarily. I think that I just naturally travel, so.
Yeah, that's true. Go figure.
Not a foreign thought, but
hey, you got an international lovers frequency. Just go ahead and travel. Do your thing.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
I appreciate you, my sister. You be safe and take care of your nephew. Tell him I said I'm sorry I kept you for too long, okay?
All right. Thank you again, King Simon.
You're welcome, beautiful. Take care. Peace and love, our beautiful sister. Oh my goodness. Man, really enjoyed that interview. That spiritual work is important. Instagram, thank y'all very much for tuning in. Facebook, thank y'all for tuning in. Also, YouTube, thank y'all for tuning in. Again, make sure you support her, spread her some love, give her some Cash App, some PayPal love, show her, and go support her work. Let me show you some of her IG. Let me show you her IG. Go support her work. She's got a lot of great works. I know she took down some because she's always reinventing and creating more stuff. So, you can hit her up. Very beautiful sister. She got great art if you want to support. Great artwork if you want to support. Make sure she herself is a work of art, like all of our women. Work of art. All of y'all are work of art. Believe me, I know this for a fact. All of y'all are a work of art. So I give love and honor to all you beautiful ladies. We as men are a work of art also. Don't ever take yourself, degrade yourself or downplay your work of art too. Men, this body, this human apparatus is a work of art. The feminine and the masculine bodies are the work of art. And you got to cherish and protect your art. Big up to people. Want to big up to everybody that was in the chat, man. Big up to you, Silos, of course. Big up to everybody that was in the chat, Don. Big up to the Super. Big up to everybody that was in the chat, giving their part. Stephanie, giving everybody their chat. And Poetess, big up to Poetess and everybody that's in the chat. Again, if you want to find out more information about Rumi, born September 30th, died December 17th, which is interesting because the number 8 is a challenge number to the number 3 in certain system of numerology. You can go to that blog. I put it in the chat. You want to read more, see more of the quotes, some of the quotes that I pulled from there. Good quotes that can help give you guidance and keep you on a high level of understanding. Go to the reels. Oh, you said go to the reels. Okay, you said go to the reels. I see. Let me see. We go to the reels. If you got some reels up here, let's see what your reels look like. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Listen, this sister here is representing on her reels. Also, She's representing on her reels, all of her artwork. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. Let me put it on my, let me put up, I didn't put it up on my, let me put it up on my, my YouTube channel. Hold on. Let me share it on YouTube. I want to show you her reels because she just told me to go to the reels and there's where I needed to go. Okay. There it is. Look at that. 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 Let me see. Oh, yes. She is a beautiful person that does beautiful work. And all the sisters that I bring on here does beautiful work. Contact her via IG. Hit her up on DM if you want to buy any of her pictures. She has some great, great pics. Great, great pics. Her herself, like I said, is a work of art. And I think she and all of the got the Dr. Sabi one here. Uh-huh. Then you got the ones here, the brothers dressed up in suit and tie, looking good. Booker T. Washington. That's her showing her work of art because she is a work of art herself. Honorable Salihu Sufius from West Africa. I couldn't pronounce the first name, but out of respect, I just pronounced the last name. Again, she is doing wonderful work with her pictures. Again, make sure you support our sister always. Of course, she's in the Instagram chat too. That's her, Ankhet Rumi. Hit her up on the DM. Hit her up on the DM on IG. Great work, family. I'm telling you, it's always about supporting good art. Good art. I admire pregnant women. I think pregnant women are the most beautiful people in the world. Pregnant women, I love this art on pregnancy. Very beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Love me some pregnant women. I'll tell you the truth. Love me some pregnant women. Yes, Lord. I guess that's why I have 9 children. I guess that's what it is. All right. Oh, man. So let me remove that. Once again, want to thank her. Give her a round of applause once again. Make sure y'all go to her reels. Make sure you go to her reels if you want to see more of her great art. Make sure you go to her reels. I'm going to remove this and stop sharing. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh and learn some knowledge. I'm so happy that our beautiful sister came to visit us. From out of Mexico, she is doing her thing. Big up to Ankhet Rumi. And big up to all of you that tuned in and locked in and become part of the King Simon Travels and Journey. Welcome all new viewers. Thank you all. Greetings to all only quality people on this channel. Remember, thumb up, share, and like this broadcast to build the algorithm. Y'all notice I'm trying to develop my beard here. I'm getting a whole cut here. I'm trying to just a little bit. I'm not going to do it all, but I know I got black hair, full black hair up there. So I know if I grow this out, I'm going to look like David Banner. I'm telling you, if I grow this beard out as a goatee, I'm going to look like David Banner. Ladies might like that, so it is what it is. So if you ladies love that, I'm going to do it just for a couple months, probably good, just to see how it pans out. You know what I'm saying? I haven't grown my beard in a long ass time. I've had it back during my Islamic days. I've had my beard back in the Dizzy. And if you look at some of my old pictures, you will see my beard showing forth itself. So more than likely going to do that again. I do love the beard. Every now and then I'll keep a nice beard. And probably get some of that beard oil from Tazariak, you know what I'm saying? Hook up my beard and get some that beard oil, but sometimes you got to be a soldier, I'm one of those soldiers. And again, family, want to thank her again for coming on. Give her a round of applause. And then don't forget this coming Sunday, March 5th, we're going to have this beautiful sister on for Women's History Month. She's kicking off our Women's History Month. In Women's History Month is forever, forever, forever. So we got Sister Shiki that's coming in with the manifestation checks. We're going to talk about that. She gave me some manifestation checks before, and I've been using them as like a ancestral money. And I just burned them. I write a certain amount that I want to give my ancestors, and I burn them. And it's a beautiful thing when you can at least shower the spiritual essence of your ancestors with these manifestation checks. So thank her very much. Don't forget to support Lloyd Strayhorn. Lloyd Strayhorn, beautiful brother. Lloyd Strayhorn, hit him up at lloyd-strayhorn.com. That's his number, 800-581-4401. Also, please vote for me. Nominate your brother King Simon of the Forbidden Conscious Awards, the first annual Forbidden Conscious Award. You can go through my link tree /King Simon. I got a direct link to the form that you can actually vote for your brother right now. Go to nominated. You would love to see your brother come out there and do a flying rollout and accept my awards. That's what I more than likely will do. Do a flying rollout and accept my awards. I'm going to come out there with style. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to look good. And when I do the flying rollout, I'm going to get up and look good even better, just to show people that I ain't playing with this. I'm not new to this. Also, learn the Dr. Africa method. Go to his website. He has classes on there. His wife has classes on there, LailaAfrica.com. That's LailaAfrica.com. Drop Squad Kitchen in Wilmington, Delaware. Man, Drop Squad Kitchen ain't nothing to mess with. It got the best vegan, vegetarian food in Delaware. Hit them up, 302-984-2773. If you're in Brooklyn, check out Nicholas, 10% off with this particular flyer, 10% off with that flyer. Go get it, 10% off with that flyer. Hit them up. Tell them Simon sent you, 718-858-4400. And Dr. Shakira teaches. She also has classes online. She has some online workshop and courses. Support her. Go to her link tree /Holistica Healing. She's my partner in Vibes. We doing we're about to produce something that's going to be another workshop, but we're going to do Q&A with the eyes and the birthdays to show you how the health frequencies connect with the eyes and the birthdays. Very important. And this is a new online magazine where spirituality and metaphysics are one. Hit up that link right there, the PBULUU link. Right there will take you straight to the free online magazine. And this is if you want to get any past life consultation, psychic medium, spiritualist, hit up the Modern Day Sage at 800-774-4554. That's 774-4554. And if you want to take a trip with Baba Ashwa Kwesi, hit him up at 214-371-0206. 214-371-0206. Tell him King Simon sent you so he can give me some honored mention. Hit him up and tell him that King Simon sent you. If you want to write your book for the first time, why not? Hit this sister up, 914-361-9467. Bring your writing dreams to light. Remember, yesterday's numerology is not today's numerovation as we continue into the future. Go get my books, all my books at linktree /King Simon the Numerovator. I got another book about to hit the streets. My guidance cards are about to hit the streets also. Make sure you take my class on Udemy. That's udemy.com, and just punch in the word numerovation. And if you want the full course, 8-hour raw uncut workshop, $444 circulation rate. It stays there, it stops there, and that's where it lands. It ain't going nowhere from there. Make sure you hit me up at Linktree. You can go to Linktree and pay it right now. Linktree /King Simon the Numerovator. If you want to book a session, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. Remember, the study of numbers or numerology is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply your numbers and they will guide you. And here's a saying I want to close out with: accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. Dr. B. Sirius says, forgive myself. I forgive myself, forgive my family, and forgive others for imperfection, because none of us are perfect in this realm. And let's close out with Dr. Delbert Blair's prayers. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Thank you, Dr. Blair, for all you've shared with us. Give that a round of applause. Thank you, family, for coming. Thank you, family. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all be safe. Be focused. And in the immortal words of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, up you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. In the words of Dr. Khalid Muhammad, regardless of land, label, or language, there's but one creative force, one God. And in the words of the late, great Maya Angelou, and still we rise. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be safe, be great, and be your wealth-driven self in every level of your life. Peace and love. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.
All at once. Stepping off, rising block, first strike to the floating rib kidney. This is going to give you that effect. So even if the person is taller than you, for the most part, you cut them down to size because they're going to get that. The second strike is to the button. This is also, like I said, once again, to get the attention off of what it is that I'm trying to do. I'm opening up. Wrist, shoulder, slide in, elbow, break the balance, knee up and out. Let's count that in numbers one more time.
Also, family, before I officially close out, I want to show y'all our new writing pad is out on the market. If you want to get our new writing pad, please let me show you that real quickly before I close out. That's our new writing pad there, family. If you want to get our new writing pad, this is our new writing pad. Myself and Dr. Shakira Moore have a new writing pad. Again, this is something that you could write your ideals down. This is it says, look into your eyes for healing and guidance. That's her website. Of course, holisticapalace.com and our IG at Holistica Hope. So make sure you get our writing pad. I will put the link in the chat right now so y'all can get the writing pad if you want to order your own writing pad, courtesy of course, King Simon and Holistica, the one, the only Dr. Shakira Moore. This is our writing pad that's on sale right now. And here is the link in the chat right here, right now. Put the link in the chat. That's the link in the chat. You could order it. I believe it's only $18, but it's a nice writing pad for ideals. If you have your own ideals, anything to motivate you, get writing pads, write your ideals, write your thought, because everything begins with an ideal and it begins with a thought and then manifests into an ideal, and then the ideal becomes something. So we have our own pads, writing pad that you can actually writing pad for notes and ideals and all that kind of stuff. And that's the link. Make sure y'all get one for yourself. It's a beautiful writing pad. I designed it last night, so I'm happy that I was able to do it. Of course, happy that I was able to do it. Very good. And of course, you'll see both of our pictures from the workshop that we did right there in the back. That's the workshop that we did. And of course, her pictures. She is the beauty queen of this. So I'll make sure she's all right and take care of those energies. Again, support. Don't be afraid to support. All right. I will talk to you momentarily. And let me finish running my commercials.
Hey family, it's King Simon, the founder of Numerology. Remember, if you want to book a session with me and get a Numerology consultation, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. And if you want any of my books, go to linktree/King Simon the Numerology. That's King Simon the Numerology. And your books are available on Amazon. Remember, I'm the El Numero Uno, the Numerology himself. And if you want to book a session, all you have to do is text me. Make sure you get my books on Amazon. I love you. Peace.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerology. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerology for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Number are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.